Difficult enough even after Saturday's 6-0 win at Notts County gave them their first victory of the season, but it's been made even more difficult by the absence of England striker Paul Mariner with a throat infection. South African Mitch Davray takes his place. This is the club's 50th game in Europe, but it's the first time 20-year-old Davray has started a game at this level. And it means a lot of responsibility on Alan Brazil. And if it's any encouragement to him, the last time Ipswich played an Italian side here, the number 10 scored 4 times. That was Trevor Waymark against Lazio. Well, a 3-goal lead is a very nice advantage for Roma to start with. And Italian sides know a bit about defence and killing games off. Roma have a selection of trump cards. Among them, of course, number 9, Roberto Pruzzo, the Italian league's leading scorer for the last 2 seasons. But they've also had their injury scares too. Herbert Prohaska, the Austrian international, damaged the calf playing in Albania. He's passed the late test. So did Paulo Roberto Falcao, the Brazilian, who many people thought was the outstanding player in the recent World Cup. Doubtful until the last minute because of a thigh and groin injury. But Conte is fit after hamstring trouble, and he's sure to be leading a big part in the counter-attacking moves, which will be a pretty big danger to Ipswich. And the referee here is Wojciech Krzysztof from Czechoslovakia, as Ipswich really pile on the pressure from the start. But don't test the goalkeeper, Tancredi. Gates leading assault there. Nice play. Comfortable in possession, but good challenge by Mills. That was a slippery ball, but not an illegal throw. Pruzzo and Butcher, and away goes Valigi to Laurie Silva. Tyson on a good run. Gates. Here's Brazil on the good left foot. It wasn't a good shot though. That was a good opening, certainly. And nice to see Tyson in the middle there. Good run by him, setting up Gates. Brazil's already on his way. Now, that should have been better hit than that. Chirico, the substitute, is warming up. I wonder if this means trouble for Conte. It does indeed. He's limping off the field of play. This is a bad moment for the Roma side. Player on is Odakre Chirico, who's a winger or midfield player, but indeed a similar sort of player to Conte. Forward comes Butcher, looking for Davray. Goes Burley, but he's just beaten by Virchowood. Well, at least Davray is beginning to win them in the air, but not finding a striking partner. Here's Gates to Burley. Poor clearance by Maldera. Tyson, Butcher. Osman, Davray gets up. Walk. Well, he hit a difficult ball well. Typical John Walk position, where he suddenly sees a snap chance of a goal and wings one in. But it didn't bother Tancredi too much. Valigi, Falcao and Pruzzo building up here. This is Falcao. He's got the left back Nella on this flank too. Chirico. He's got a bit of speed and dash. Prohaska. Burley. Nella, the fullback. Beaten away, Nella again, Butcher, and finally it's cleared. All that starting from a bad pass from the back. Davray. Oh, that's a difficult ball for Gates. He does well. An impossible one for Walk. Here's Brazil. Tyson. Mills square here. McCall out on that touchline. Chirico gets to him. In comes Davray and Walk. Oh, it's a good header. Davray is really getting into the feel of things now. Well, good old English cross. Good old South African header. Osman gets in there, but he's beaten well by Pruzzo. Mills. Osman backing off to make an angle. So is Butcher. And McCall. And now it's Roma who back off a little bit. McCall, chased by Valigi. Mills to Butcher. Out goes Prohaska to him. Back for Mills. Well, that's a fine ball to Brazil. Here comes Walk. Just hit the foot of left-back Nilla. Gates. Di Bartolomei puts that one out for a corner. Well, they're close to a breakthrough, but not quite there. Butcher getting into that position, but it's been taken quickly before he gets there. Now Butcher challenges. Good header and a good catch. Well, Butcher checked back his position when it was taken quickly. He was right on the spot, but so was the goalkeeper. Gates. Falcao leans on him, but inevitably Gates falls over quite quickly. He was saying it was inside the box. The referee said no, it wasn't. Falcao is certainly inside the box at this point. Down goes Gates. Now, if that's a direct free kick, that should have been inside the area and a penalty. But there was no arm raised for the indirect. So that's a let-off there. Mills. Tyson! Oh, great save. Wonderful save by Tancredi. Well, Tyson was lurking there in a bit of space. The volley, the instinctive save, and a great one. Here's the corner. Butcher on the near post. Up he goes. Chirico. Prohaska, Chirico, and they're building a nice little counter-attack here. Especially with Maldera out here. Pruzzo overlapping him. Pruzzo's in a good position. So's left-back Nella. But Walk has it. And he tumbled a little bit too easily there. Even more easily than Eric Gates. And he gets the goal. Come again in the last 5 minutes of this half, with Burley on the right-hand side for Mills, into Brazil. Tyson got that, but deflected only to Chirico, and Tyson goes in there to snap up the little bit of slackness in this Italian defence. Mills. Oh, that's a good ball. Gates. Brilliant! Brilliant goal! And he definitely meant that all right. That was real quality. Well, there didn't look to be any real danger here as Gates lines this one up, but he sees the goalkeeper come out a fraction, and that's over his head and right into the back of the net. So the breakthrough came rather surprisingly when there was a quiet moment with a touch of real brilliance from Eric Gates, a player who's on the transfer list here, but he's done Ipswich a power of good. And Walk gets in there hard. Concedes the throw in. chance for Ipswich Town. 2 minutes to go before half-time. Butcher looking for the long one. Davre's backing off. Davre coming in on this. It's a great header, winning more and more. McCall. They're beginning to look a little bit rattled at the back there. Well, Davre certainly opened the door a little bit there. And then McCall, having to turn away, hits it too high. Up goes Osman. Play on as Crusoe complains again. Brazil a touch on. Nice play to Tyson. Back in by McCall. Falcao control, walk. Deflected away. Was that on its way to the back of the net again? But even Falcao is making mistakes. And off Di Bartolome's foot for a corner. A minute to go before the break. Butcher on the near post with Davre. Butcher gets in there. And the goalkeeper grabs, thankfully. No real power behind that one. But they're definitely wobbling. Tyson is in there well. It's a good challenge. But the whistle's gone now. Mr. Christoph in there quickly to sort that one out. No, the whistle has gone for the end of the first half, which has gone to Patton. They wanted one goal at least and not to concede one, and they've got it. And they got it through the brilliance of Eric Gates. Real skill there. They played patiently, and they had to wait for that penetration to come. But the door now is slightly open. Half-time score here, Ipswich 1, Roma 0. Welcome back to Portland Road. The start of the second half, Ipswich leading by 1-0, but still, of course, trailing 3-1 on aggregate. Czech referee, Mr. Christoph, about to restart proceedings. Roma kicking off. A couple of years ago, Roma did concede a 3-goal lead against Karl Zeiss Jena of East Germany in the Winners' Cup first round, and they lost 4-3. Still asking a great deal of Ipswich to achieve the same. But it is possible, and they played it pretty well in the first half. And Eric Gates' goal giving them a great boost. But still the same patience needed. If they concede one, of course, they're dead ducks. It's a push by Brazil. Bartolome, the captain, swing it wide to Nella. Forward goes Baligi. He looked pretty nippy in midfield when he got the ball. Didn't get it too much though, certainly not in the last 20 minutes of the first half, and he's lost it there. Walk. Ipswich Town's best ploy, when in the last 20 minutes they got to Davre into the game, was to follow up those assaults, and he was winning the ball in the air, but not getting too many players forward from the midfield. But certainly Davre was warming to his task in that last 20 minutes. Osman. Davre gets up. Forward for McCall. Oh, it's deflected! Couldn't be expected to get that. Davre did well to get it in the air. And McCall makes it 2. Davre a good leap against Beecherwood here. McCall has a studded shot, but it hits Beecherwood, and the goalkeeper's well beaten. 2-0, they all count. So 2-0 on the night. 1 for Steve McCall, and on aggregate, 3-2 now to Roma. So the door opens a little bit wider still. It's definitely on now. Provided they don't concede one. But Crusoe's getting it away. So they're back in business. The Ipswich side, who had their worst start to a season for 11 years, who had a little bit of encouragement from that 6-0 win on Saturday against Notts County. 2-0 in the lead here, and surely that'll give them the legs to keep battling. Up goes Davray, forward goes Ward. But Davray is really causing real trouble here, and Ward very close to getting hold of that one. Good old up and unders, but good English heading and good support from midfield. Burley, Prohaska, nice skill. Cut out by Mills as Prohaska comes again. They didn't quite control it as well that time. Come again, Gates, Mills, in for Brazil. Mills is going himself. Gates, will he try another one? Goalkeeper was wise to him this time. He was on the line, apart from the small man of it being too high, of course. Similar sort of position, similar sort of shot, but the goalkeeper right on the line. Very safe. Chirico. That's a foul there by Osman. Well, they must be hoping that they keep their concentration. Paul Cooper, the goalkeeper, particularly in the background. One error by him in the first leg has made this such a difficult task for them still. But of course, if they concede one, the whole picture will change in a trice. Di Bartolomei. Back out to Nappi. Should be Russell Osman's, but Crusoe got in there well. Only a small player, but wins a lot in the air. McCall. Gates. McCall gets it through the walk. Wide to Burley. Up goes Davray, lets it go for Brazil. Oh, wide. Deflected away for a corner. Davray did well here by not getting onto it. And Brazil had to take it just too wide, but the deflection means a corner. Well, they're really in business. Davray and Butcher on the near post. It's away by Nella. Brazil will have this. Not offside, but there's a danger here that they can build on the break with Baligi, who's very nippy, and Chirico and Falcao are in the middle. Great danger here. Falcao still has it. Away now by Osman. Well, they lived dangerously there, all right, though. They just closed down that Brazilian in time, but only just. And the danger not totally over yet. Offside. Well, it's wet and miserable here, but nobody's complaining. Keep it patient, keep it constructive, and they've got a chance. Gates, handball by Gates, quickly taken free kick, which Falcao has. Prohaska now. Falcao getting forward more. Chirico here. Falcao, Prohaska and Pruto in that middle. But there's no support for Chirico at all. And a throw-in. Butcher not standing on ceremony at all there. But still the danger, of course. Chirico. And again. Falcao is just on the edge of the area, but that was a bad one and well stabbed away by Mills. To Brazil. Gates goes down the left, checks inside. Burley out there with Walk. As for Walk, Burley supporting him. Well, they're knocking it around well. Gates. Gates again. And a good cutout by Prohaska. Using the wet, slippery turf to his advantage. Butcher's deep cross, up goes Dabre. Walk, couldn't get there before Nella. And away goes Baligi again. He looks dangerous on the break, but there's a lot of space here for Pruto and company. Prohaska, Nappi on his right. Chirico. Chirico looks as if he'd done a good job, but it ran too far away from him. Mills played a real captain's part here, and a difficult ball to control for McCall. Loses it to Chirico. Prohaska on his right, Falcao on his left. Again, the room there. Too much room, perhaps. Good challenge by Osman. No, an illegal one. Now, this could be a test for Laurie Sybil. It's well outside the area, but it's still raining hard. It's a wet, slippery ball. There's players here who can do all sorts of strange things with it. When the wall is pushed back, that is. Well, Prohaska's on the ball. But Maldera wants to go. Oh, it's a good drive. Oh, it's a great goal. And that surely is the end of the road for Ipswich. That's a terrific drive. A sheer power there, no trickery, just power, and too much for Laurie Sybil. And that means on the night, it's 2-1, but another goal to Roma means it's 4-2 on aggregate to them. Surely Ipswich cannot pull those goals back now. Offside against Chirico. So really it's like Ipswich starting all over again from the beginning. Brazil. Out it goes for a throw-in to Ipswich right down here. Is Mills to McCall. Butcher's in there. Butcher got a touch too. Brazil's got it. They're all piling into the penalty area. Butcher. Oh, he's got one. Sorry, Butcher pulls another one back. If only they hadn't conceded that goal from Maldera. But he's driving them forward. He's determined to get up there. He's been up there for the last 5 or 6 minutes. Good cross, unchallenged, and the big fella puts it in. So 3-1 on the night, 3-4 on aggregate. Terry Butcher gives them hope, but a long, long way to go. Here comes Gates, and that was Maldera there, but they're allowed to go on because Ipswich are in possession. It's a bit untidy here, but all sorts of things could happen. That's a free kick against Chirico for high kicking. What can Osman produce here? There's Butcher coming in, he's onside. Can he put it back? Oh, good save. It's gone in. Ward missed. How did he do that? But had the whistle gone before that? It had, I'm afraid, so no need to feel too miserable. When the ball was pushed forward to Butcher, he was onside, but it came in there. There's some pushing before it came to Walker, who put it over. Falcao keeping possession well. Down he goes. Down goes another one, and the referee says, get on with it. And now Falcao goes in there. And that was an ill-chosen action. Falcao, believing he was fouled in the first little skirmish, the referee tells him to get up and get on with it, and he does, but not quite in the right way. Certainly not in the Brazilian fashion. Push there, though, by Dabre. It's untidy now. The teams are both tired, but there's still a chance of a few openings. Falcao's chasing somebody. Watch out. And Falcao's going to be in trouble, surely. Falcao saw that one from 5-10 yards away. He's been sent off before in these key matches. What's he going to get now? Yellow card. Well, we didn't see this from Falcao in the World Cup. Falcao coming from somewhere away, and the intent obvious from 50 yards away. Osman, and straight to Prohaska. And now, with less than 2 minutes left, they can push it up here and knock it around a bit. One minute left. And it goes. Possession for Ipswich, but surely it's too late now. But Mills will push them on right to the end. Tyson leaves it to Burley. Linford, beaten well by Viecha Wood. Brazil to Gates. Burley's out there, but it's touched away by Maldera. And he played probably the key part here. Still pouring with rain. Now spirits are a bit dampened. And there's no danger there. And surely it's all over now, and both sides accept it. Certainly the spectators do, because they're making their way from the ground. As De Bartolomé takes the goal kick, the referee checks his whistle. Long faces on the Ipswich bench. It's been a good fight, but it's all over. It's 3-1 to Ipswich on the night. A good performance, but not quite enough. Steve McCall made it 2-0, and the door was open.